All right, people, gather in. Gather in, gather in, gather in. So I can go ahead and tell you guys this story. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. No reason to be spazzing. No reason to be. I'm not too surprised. I actually had the Clippers winning. I mean, not Clippers. I had the Nuggets winning tonight. I didn't think it was going to be a blowout like that, though. Thought it would have been a much closer game. Didn't sure. I sure didn't see 18 to 20 points for sure. Waiting on a couple more people to show up, then I can get to telling you guys a story. Yeah, that's why I never bet on sports games. I never bet on sports games. Shit is such a toss up. The most that I've done with betting is fantasy football. And that's because I have kind of control on who I want to have in a way. But as far as how they produce, that's out of my control. But yeah. But I don't bet. I don't bet. I don't do better. Okay, cool. Let's get a couple more people in, and we will get this story started. Manuel, how you doing, man? I'm doing okay. I only know very little Spanish, so if you say anything else that's not the ordinary, then I would not have any clue on what you're saying. Jeez. So hopefully you guys had a good day today. Shit was crazy. Shit was real crazy today. Shrek is cool. I haven't looked at Shrek in a long time, but you know, Shrek is cool though. So yeah, this was a very very crazy day. I'm glad that it's over with, and now I get to relax, and I will not be able to see the live stream for the PlayStation conference tomorrow. However, I'll give you guys my thoughts about the stuff after the case and when I get all the information. Okay, all right. So to give you guys this story as to how I accidentally ate tainted brownies. So very recently, not going to go as to exactly how recent, but I will say recently. I was it was late night, and what's up, Don Core? So it was late night. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was hungry as hell. I was trying to figure out, what it is that I can possibly eat that was in the refrigerator. So I opened the refrigerator, and well, actually, let's backtrack. Let's backtrack. One day I got home from work. One night I got home from work, and if you see, I'm gonna flip the camera around so you can see this thing. So this little thing here, up in here, is what separates the living room and the dining room. So this little ledge, this little ledge, it was. I remember coming home one night from work, and it was a plate that had brownies on it, and I didn't think anything of them because it was just sitting there, and I was just like, okay, somebody made some brownies for the house or whatever. But I didn't think anything about it. I just went ahead and just went in the room, chilled out, fell asleep. So this night it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, trying to figure out what it is that I'm gonna eat. So we had some leftover chicken from the carryout, and then I was like, all right, cool. I can warm that up in the toast oven real quick. And then I was like, oh shit, I forgot. It was brownies that somebody had made that was sitting in there still. So I warmed up the chicken along with the brownies, and so ate the chicken, and now the brownies were like kind of this, like this, yeah, probably about like this, and maybe from here to about the tip of my thumb, and like this. I would say about like this size. And if you put like a line straight down to where my fingertips are, is how big they were. So I put fucking 4 brownies on there or whatever. And then so they're not big. They're not big. They were small. They weren't that big. So I eat the chicken, and I eat the brownies. I get to like halfway through the last one, and I'm like, man, these joints are stale as shit. So then it's like 2 or 3 more that was left over on the plate. I throw them shits in the trash or whatever. I'm like, all right, let me just sit here and watch some shit like I normally do until I actually fall asleep. So then I fall asleep, and then I was looking at something with Undisputed with like Skip and Shannon. I remember so clearly like hearing the TV, and the TV started to sound distorted or whatever. So I pop up, sit up in the bed, and then all of a sudden my heart's beating fast. And I'm like, okay, this shit ain't normal. Like, this is not normal. Not thinking about anything else except for just the fact that the TV sounds weird. My heart's beating fast. I'm sitting there and I'm getting dizzy. And I'm just like, I'm starting to like freak out in my mind or whatever. I was like, let me stand my ass up and let me go get some water. I take like 3 steps, room starts spinning like shit. So I'm like, oh shit, this. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I feel like I'm about to die. Like my heart's beating fast, room is spinning, TV sounding distorted, shit started getting somewhat black or whatever. And I'm just sitting here like, oh no, 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 no. Like, don't let me go out like this. Like, don't let me go out like this. Please don't. I'm not having problems breathing, but it's just like my heart is beating fast, and I'm just trying to like take deep breaths to like cool, like to calm myself down. So my wife is in the bed asleep. So then I grab her, not like real hard, but I kind of grab her feet or grab her legs, and I'm like, hey, wake up. She's like, yeah. I was like, those brownies in the refrigerator, were they good? She's like, no. I was like, what was wrong with them? She's like, they had weed in them. I'm like, oh shit. That's the first thing I said. I'm like, oh shit. And she was like, did you eat some? And I was just like, I said, yeah. She's like, oh shit. And so then she wakes up, and then she's like, how many did you eat? I said, I ate four. She said, oh, fuck. She's like, oh, fuck. You ate four? You ate four? I was just like, yeah. She's like, okay, okay, okay. She's like, calm down, lay down, and just relax or whatever. So then she got up, she went to the refrigerator to see if it was like any like dairy stuff. So it was no dairy stuff. So then, dude, at this point, I'm fucking tripping. I am straight tripping. You know I don't smoke. Y'all know I don't smoke at all. So I'm in the room, dude. I'm in the room like this. Like I can't open my eyes. I'm having trouble just like just trying to focus. So then she was like, "We got to go to the store," and I'm like, "I gotta go." She was like, "Yes, you gotta go." She's like, "I'm not going to leave you in this house like this." So then I remember putting on my pants. Um, Dude, I was so fucked up that I couldn't even walk straight. I had to hold on to the gate when I got outside to make sure I can actually walk. So then I like slowly walked to the car. I remember sitting in the car. I remember her going into the 7-Eleven. She went and grabbed some ice cream, two things of water, and a honey bun. I wasn't paranoid. I wasn't paranoid. I wasn't paranoid. I just, dude, I remember this very vividly. While she was in the 7-Eleven, I was sitting in the car, and so I'm sitting there, I was like, let me see how I look in the fucking mirror. Dude, my shit was black. My shit was like my shit was black like all around here. It looked like some shit off the Walking Dead. Dude, I was just like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. I look dead. Like I look dead. And then so she got in the car and we started driving back to the house. And that I remember this is recent. This is recent. This is recent. This is all recent. So I'll tell y'all this much. This happened Friday, technically Saturday morning, like 2 o'clock in the morning. Um I remember sitting in the car. Now I wasn't at the hospital. I never went to the hospital. Never went to the hospital. I was sitting in the car. We was driving back to the house from the 7-Eleven. And I remember telling my wife, I was like, "You want to know how I feel right now?" And she was just like, "What?" I was like, "I feel like fucking Martin off of Bad Boys 2 when he took those pills and how he just looked so like spaced out or whatever." So then she was just sitting there.
You're on live stream.
They can't see you. Just go ahead and walk past. Um, so she was sitting there like laughing. I was like, yeah. I was like, enjoy this. Thank you. I was like, enjoy this. I was like, enjoy this because this shit will never happen again. So she's sitting there cracking up, getting the fucking kick out of this shit. No, no. So, dude, I don't want to ever feel like that ever again. That's not the end of it, though. That's not the end of it. So so when we got back to the house, I sat down on the front of the bed or whatever. I started drinking some water. I started eating some of the ice cream, and it was so hard for me to even eat the ice cream because of how gone I was. So a little bit after I ate the ice cream, I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, I think I'm gonna be okay. I think I'm gonna be okay. And then throat starts.
Mommy ordered your food.
Oh, what she get?
I don't know.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night. Um, I'm gonna get to all of that. I'm gonna get to all y'all questions. I'm gonna get to all y'all questions. Trust me. So I remember my throat started swelling up, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" So now I'm like, and I'm like, I'm not. I'm thinking I'm not going to make it to this fucking bathroom. Can I say something in Spanish? I gotta type into my Spanish speaking part that I haven't tapped into in God knows how long. So I made it to the bathroom. Dude, when I tell you to get from my room. So I'm gonna flip this camera around so you can see how short of a walk it is. So right now I'm at my door. So this is our door to the kitchen. So to walk from here to here, through here to here. That's the bathroom door. When I tell you that was the longest walk, those views from like tunnel vision, when you're standing at some place and the door seems like it's so far away. That's how I felt like trying to walk from the bedroom to the bathroom. So I was in the bathroom, dude. Like it took forever to get there. So I got to the bathroom. I threw up twice, and the last time I threw up, the last time I threw up was the worst. That was the worst time. Like the first one wasn't so bad. The second time I threw up was the worst. And I remember after throwing up, I was sitting on the bathroom floor next to the toilet, and I was looking at my I pulled out my phone. I tried to look at something on Facebook. Shit ain't wasn't working. Wasn't doing nothing. So I got up, walked back to the room, and I remember telling my wife something about the bathroom sink, and it was a struggle for me to even say what it was that I needed to say to her. And then so then she was just like, what she asked me, she was like, "You need to watch something like something funny." So I'm thinking like, what the fuck is that going to do for me and how I'm feeling right now? Like I am, I don't know what to fucking feel. Like how's that shit going to help? So she put on Disney Plus and put on Darkwing Duck. I remember watching Darkwing Duck for all of 7 minutes. 7 minutes. I don't even remember falling asleep. I don't even remember falling asleep. That's how bad it was. I don't remember falling asleep. Um, so she was just like, so her thing was she thought that I knew that the brownies were had weed in them. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that this had weed in it if no one said nothing to me? Like when I walk in the door, like I'm not expecting no weed brownies just to be sitting on the fucking ledge of a thing in between like the living room and dining room, just sitting out in the open. I see that and I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, if they're sitting out in the open like that, then they're fine. They're okay. But to go on, my intention Saturday was to stream. That wasn't, dude, that was not happening. That was not fucking happening. That was not happening. I woke up once around, what time did I wake up? 1 o'clock. I fell back asleep and then I woke back up at, nah, 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 hell no. Hell no. That shit was not happening. That was not happening. I woke back up around like 8 or 8:30. Was still semi out of it. Not as much. Like I was able to focus on anything I was trying to do and like have like full blown conversations with my boy or whatever. But I was still somewhat out of it. Dude, it was no fucking way that I was gonna be able to stream to for y'all that Saturday. It was no way possible. No way possible. No way possible. So I wasn't completely fine until I woke up the next day on Sunday. When I woke up Sunday, I was just fine. Um, I was okay Saturday when I woke up the first time, but that's that too. I do not want to ever in my life do not want to feel that shit ever again, man, ever again. So everybody in the house knew that the brownies had weed in them, except for me, because no one said anything to me. They just let them shits, Yeah, they just left them shits in the refrigerator. Dude, I and it didn't have no smell to them, no nothing. It just had like a regular brownie smell. Dude, I checked all of that. That's the thing. I checked all of that before I did it. All of that. And it just had like a regular smell. So I was just like, okay, it smells fine. I don't do stuff like that. That's the thing, man. I don't do anything. I don't smoke. I drink on special occasions, but me smoking weed or anything like that, I don't do none of that shit. This is the only time that this has gotten into my system. And as I said before, this is something that wasn't like planned. This shit was strictly it was solely accidental. Solely accidental. So the question is why was there weed brownies in the house? My my wife smokes and my mother-in-law also smokes as well too. So that's the reason why. So like little man wasn't here. He was over at my he was not nowhere in the house and the girls weren't here neither. So yeah. So there's nothing but adults here between Friday, Saturday and Sunday. But yeah, yeah, that's that would never happen again. Never happen again, dude. I really I realized felt like I was about to fucking die. No, I'm good. I'm good on that, Sarah. I don't I don't fall into peer pressure. So anything like that won't nah, I'm good. I'm good. Dude, I just remember saying to myself, like I said, dude, looking in the mirror in the car in the rearview mirror, and it was just like I look like a fucking zombie right now, and I look so out of it. Yeah, I know they did, man. I told you what was going to win. Told you the Nuggets was going to win. Yeah, man. Never again. Never again. It wasn't until after, like I said, after I ate the last one. Like the first three didn't taste stale. It wasn't until I got to the last one. If it if I had that feeling before I got to the last one, I wouldn't have ate that many. But because I didn't, I couldn't taste anything. That was the difference. Like I couldn't taste anything, so I had no idea. I had no clue. My eyes was oh hell no. Unless I grabbed the shit myself, nah. Don't come home with something and be like, hey, I got some snacks for you. Nah, you can keep it. Unless I actually see you go into the store and grab the shit and bring it home. Nah, I won't be eating that shit at all. It was black around my eyes though. Like just imagine taking like some like a black marker and lightly going around like here. So you see like how right here my eyes look somewhat black, like right here. That shit was darker from here all the way around, all the way around, like all the way right here. All right, Manuel. Yeah, that shit was well, that was not a good experience, man. That was not a good experience. I guess it was because of how much I had consumed. Because like my eye like my okay, here's how I can tell you. Here's what I can tell you. The way my body felt, and this is to kind of give you guys a a clear a clear view of how my body felt. I felt like I really didn't have control over my body. Like I felt like I was one of those one of those puppets that was on strings that have you like a I think it's like I can't I think it's called like a marionette or some shit. Where you just kind of just floating like this and the person has strings on your finger part or on your body parts and are doing all the shit with the hands to make you do all this like dancing and moving your head. Like my body felt like that. My body felt just like that. Like my eyes is just like twitching, face was just twitching, and dude, it's whew, no sir. How long was this going? How long was you going through this? The entire night. The entire night until I actually fell asleep. Until I fell asleep. So it was about 2 o'clock, or actually about 3 o'clock in the morning when I woke up, and I didn't fall asleep till 5:30 ish, 5:45 ish. About yeah, almost 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that was not nah, man. Y'all funny. I'm not doing no. I'm good, man. I'm good. Dude, that shit was scary though, man. That shit was that shit was really scary. For real. Like when I woke up and to have my heart beating that fast and to and then to like, be as dizzy as I was, like I knew it from the break. Like when the TV started to sound distorted, like I really felt like that was it for me, man. I really thought that was it for me. Like just the whole dizziness, hearing my heartbeat, like I said, as fast, dude. I can hear my fucking heart beating through my ears, man. That's how bad it was. My heart was beating so fast, I can hear how fast it was beating through my ears. Yeah, I thought that was it for me, man. I really did. I honestly did, man. Shit wasn't a golden moment. It wasn't a golden moment. Sure wasn't a golden moment. And I know she's not gonna forget it. I know she definitely ain't gonna forget it. That's gonna stay with her for the rest of her life. Dude, I swear to God, like I remember Skip and Shannon, Skip and Shannon was doing something, and Shannon was making fun of Skip, and then Shannon started sounding real like weird. Started sounding real weird, and like when I say I popped up like immediately when I heard that in my sleep, not while I was awake, but in my sleep, and I'm like this, and I hear it, and my eyes go like this, and I just sit up, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I look at the TV and I'm just sitting there looking at it. And as I'm sitting there looking at the TV, it still is sounding as weird as it did when I had like first woke up out of my sleep. And I'm like, yo, this is not normal. This is not normal. And then, like I said, once I sat up and I was like, all right, I'm starting to get somewhat dizzy. Let me just get some water and hopefully, whatever's wrong with me isn't as bad. And then, like I said, when I stood up and I took like 2 to 3 steps and I got real dizzy, and at first I didn't even want to wake her up. What's up, Third Eye? At first I didn't want to wake her up, but then like I said, in my thought process, and I'm thinking like, this is yeah, yeah, like, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself like, this ain't normal, and like, I don't feel right, and if I'm feeling like I'm about to die, then I don't want to just fucking die out on the floor or on the bed without her, knowing. So I woke her up. And thank God it was only thank God it was only that. Thank God it was only that. Thank God it was only that. Because if it was something else like serious, like a heart attack or something like that. Whew. Hold on, let me see. Let me ask her. Let me ask her. How dark was my eyes Friday?
Well, it wasn't. It was just low.
They weren't dark.
It was like this. They're waiting for the food, and then we're gonna come in.
They're outside.
No, it's 7 minutes.
Okay.
Hey, I want something. Oh, some of the food is mine.
Okay. She said my eyes. She didn't see how dark my eyes were. She just seen. She just said my eyes were low, but like real low. Hi, little man.
Baby,
You want to be picked up? Sure. Come here. Little man wants to make his presence known. Say please, Dada. You gonna say hi to the camera?
Hi, Dugan.
camera.
You want to wave?
Hi, wave.
Hi, Ray.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this is the only story like this you're gonna ever get from me. When it comes to this shit, yeah, this is the only story you're gonna get from me when it comes to this. Sim, why you looking like that? Hey, look at the camera. Smile. This little boy's a trip, man.
Hi, Chippin.
Yes, you are a trip. Yeah, man. That was a real scary experience, man. Real scary experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kiss. Thank you.
Ducky. You doggy.
Where's the doggy?
Row.
Where's the doggy?
Row.
It's in the room.
Row.
You watch the TV?
Sissy.
Yeah.
What's it?
Hmm?
What's in it?
I don't know what you're talking about, Sam. Now I don't think I got to go that far in regards to watching the water. But yeah, man. Definitely enjoy this as much. And don't forget about this. Don't forget that I told you guys this because, like Endgame said, man, this will never, ever, and I mean ever, happen again. Ain't that right?
Right.
Yeah. It will never happen again. Thank you.
Welcome.
You sleepy?
Sleep. No.
You you sure? You sure? You're not sure?
Sure.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. Okay. Ready?
This. This. Mama.
Mama? You want mommy?
No.
Why? Yeah, she could have let me know. But I guess she just assumed, why your face is all up in the cameras, man? Said, why you... Move back. Said, move back. Move back. Move back. Don't need to be all up in the camera. Yeah, she could have told me that they weren't good, and they were tainted. Jen, what are you doing? This is what I deal with on a regular basis. This little boy's silly. Hey, silly. What are you doing? This little boy's a trip. All right, man. Well, I wanted to tell you guys the story, dude. I'll sit back and rewatch this again, but definitely bookmark it and all types of stuff. But I'm gonna get out of here. You want to say bye bye, Sam?
Bye bye.
Say see you
See you
later.
later.
Give him a kiss. Okay, thank you. All right, man. I'm getting out of here, y'all.
I don't
I'm
know.
going to relax for the rest of the night. So, and I'm pretty sure I'll see you tomorrow for sure. But y'all be safe, take care of yourself. And I know Places having an event tomorrow, and I'll give you guys my thoughts once I get all the information. So, have a good night, everybody. See you all later. Wave. Say bye bye.
Bye bye.